favorite pastime of any person who plays games is to shit on Ubisoft. And I thought to myself, why shouldn't I take a shit on Ubisoft? You know what? I will also have a little bit of fun. Imagine your company making back-to-back worst games of all time for the past 10 years, okay? It's like the executives of Ubisoft are a bunch of chronic masturbators whose mind has actually gone flat because they masturbated so much to the pics of some 60-year-old women's armpit. That is exactly what it feels like that the executives are of Ubisoft, because no one can be this brain dead, am I right? I'm gonna be listing you some of the games that Ubisoft has made from the past 10 years and how bad they actually are. The first two games that I'm gonna talk about are gonna be free to play here. Even their free to play games was so bad that people didn't play them. Number one that I'm gonna be talking about is Hyperscape. Now this game I actually played on the PlayStation 4 when it got launched in 2020. And I have to say, the game looked amazing. I'm one of those people who love fast-paced shooting, and that is exactly what Hyperscape was. Hyperscape had a battle royale and it also had a team shooter. But the thing was that this game came out in 2020, and by that time games such as Fortnite, PUBG, Apex Legends and Call of Duty Warzone, all of them had already occupied the market of battle royales, and any other game which was coming out were not good at all. They were not working. And Ubisoft, being tardy to the party, they thought that releasing a battle royale game after 3 years its hype would make a difference, but it didn't. No one played that game whatsoever, and I'm pretty sure the game has been closed down. And the next game I'm going to talk about is X-Defiant. Now this game actually got a huge reception when it first launched, but the thing was, it wasn't anything new. It was nothing different than any other game. They were saying that this is gonna be the Call of Duty killer. We know how all this that ends up, right? It was a team shooter just like Call of Duty. They tried doing it, but it just didn't work out whatsoever. And in 2025 June, the game was shut down. And just like for a person with premature ejaculation problems, that shit finished before it even started. Now these two games were free to play. Most of the online games don't work out, even if it's made by Ubi shit. But these games that we are going to talk about now are the main games or main IPs of Ubisoft. So let's see how badly they mess up these games, right? We're gonna first talk about the biggest gaming IP from Ubisoft, and not just Ubisoft, from gaming itself. It doesn't matter if you were just born. If you ask what is Assassin's Creed to a baby, they will most probably say that it is a cool ass game of assassins, because Assassin's Creed was that kind of game, okay? It was phenomenal up until Odyssey, Valhalla, Mirage, and now Shadows. All of these games are colossal failures, especially Odyssey and Valhalla. The major thing that made Assassin's Creed, right? They took that out. They took out stealth full on, especially in Valhalla. In Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you can toggle on and off guaranteed assassination, and it is off by default. That means if you actually go for a stealth kill, you will not kill him, okay? You're not gonna assassinate anyone. It's gonna take a chunk of his health and that is it. So you need to go into the settings and turn it on. You can't kill a person with a blade by stabbing them in the neck. Obviously they won't die from such a unrealistic way. Each and every aspect of Valhalla, Odyssey, everything is just bad. The only thing that you can do in the game is like romance each and every freaking NPC in the game. Even a 70-year-old grandma, yeah, you can risk that person up also. It's just amazing that these guys took their own IP, the biggest IP that Ubisoft ever had, and just ran it through mud. Just made it much more horrible than it ever was. And the thing is, Assassin's Creed games most probably will never stop. These guys from Ubisoft, they're gonna keep on milking it, and milking it, alright? I mean, yeah, you could say that Assassin's Creed Shadows was like a little bit better than the previous Assassin's Creed games from the past 8 years. Good shit, bad shit, right? But they're still shit. It doesn't matter. And the worst part about what Ubisoft did with their offline games, let me remind you, offline games is that they introduce microtransaction in most of them, especially Assassin's Creed. So the thing in Odyssey or any new game that Ubisoft was making was that with the bloated side missions, obviously no one would want to do them. So what they did was they logged your player at a certain level in game, and because of that you could not move further through the mainline story. So for that you would need to do side quest missions to level up your player so that you could go ahead with the mainline story, something that I paid the money to do, right? Imagine how proud they were of their side quests, that you could entirely skip them and just give Ubisoft some more cash, like rain down some money on them and buy the microtransactions in their offline game, and then level up your player with those points that you buy in game. I mean, microtransaction is understandable in an online game. I don't like them still, but it is understandable. But an offline game that you already paid money for? Fuck, oh man. Seriously? The next game we're gonna talk about is the self-proclaimed quadruple A game, Skull and Bones. That's right, a pirate game. You pillage, you rape, you do each and everything that a pirate does. Now, how in the actual hell do you mess something like that up? I don't know how, but the game was a buggy mess. And imagine what was the budget of Skull and Bones. $850 million. I am not even lying. That is the amount of money that Ubisoft had put into Skull and Bones. And how many years did it take for this masterpiece to be made? 10 years. So you're telling me that they put 10 years into this and this is the shit that we got? And there's actually a good reason why it actually took 10 years. Because these guys, they made the game and then they scrapped it. They made the game again and then they scrapped it again.
And then made it again for the third time, scrapped it again. And then they made it for the fourth time actually. I'm losing count. It's like I'm losing brain cells the more I'm talking.
So they made it for the fourth time, cancelled it, and then they made it for the fifth time. And guess what the game actually is? It is not a storytelling game or how a normal game would be, right? It is a live service game. I don't understand what the hell is the obsession for these gaming companies nowadays with live service games. Even Rocksteady tried to make a live service game out of Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, and we saw how that went, okay? Even Rocksteady could not make a good live service game. Obviously, this game was just a huge disaster, like a sinking boat in a huge ocean. It was just doomed from the start. Well, the next game that we will be talking about is Far Cry 6. Release me! I was hyped up for it because of one reason only, because we would be seeing Gus in it.
You unzip, you go to the urinal, and you touch yourself.
Literally, this dude was the only reason why anyone would actually buy this game at all. And the thing was, they used him heavily in terms of marketing this game. Like everywhere you saw, it was his face. But you know what the real kick in the nuts is? A pinch to someone's asshole, right? It is the fact that that dude, Mr. Gus, is not even in the game that much. You heavily market the game with this dude, showing that as to how awesome he's gonna be in the game, and he's barely in it. Why? Far Cry 6 is like that nagging middle child from every person's family that is a huge disappointment. She's not here. Okay. The thing is that Far Cry 6 isn't unique at all. I mean, it used to be with all the new gaming mechanics and open world mechanics that they had made before. It was good, but that was only up until Far Cry 4 or maybe Primal. I mean, come on. We're not idiots to think that only graphical improvement of games is considered to be real improvement in games. No, it's not. The biggest improvement a game can ever have is in the gameplay, okay? Not in the graphical sense and everything. That all is secondary. The next game we're talking about is from a huge franchise, okay? A huge movie franchise that everyone loves and cherishes, and it has had many games before this one. Obviously, we're talking about Star Wars Outlaw, okay? Now, this game was insane, okay? It was heavily marketed because, come on, man, it was a Star Wars game. Everyone was hyped up for this shit. But then everyone saw the logo of the company that was making it, and it turned out to be Ubisoft. So everyone knew that it was already doomed before it started. The expectations of this game just went the moment everyone saw the logo of Ubisoft popping up, because no one has expectations from them anymore. And that is exactly true, because this game was again a colossal failure. I mean, wow. How many games have I just named and all of them have been a colossal failure? The thing with Star Wars Outlaw was that this game really had nothing going for it. Again, as I said, Ubisoft has lost the uniqueness that they used to have in their games. There is nothing unique about Star Wars Outlaw. Like the character, or the open world, or the gameplay, nothing was good. It was like eating a very tasteless soup. And I'm telling you, a tasteless soup is torture. And not to mention that the game was a huge mess, like a buggy mess. You know what? I don't get it. We all know that the dildo of failure barely comes lubed, okay? It never comes lubed for anyone, so no one would like to sit on it for long. Then someone tell me why Ubisoft has been riding it consistently for the past 10 years. I'm pretty sure they're enjoying it, because no one can sit on the dildo of failure for that long. Isn't it like painful or something if you sit for too long? But they've been taking it very nicely. It's like they have an ever-expanding asshole or something. But Ubisoft is relentlessly making games which no one wants. That is exactly what is happening. And another bad thing that they did was making multiple editions of a game. Like, imagine before it used to be just the normal edition of the game, and then like a collector edition in where you get a statue or a steel case. That makes sense. But can someone tell me as to why we are locking some characters and special missions behind a paywall? As you saw in Star Wars Outlaw, with the multiple editions that they made of that game, in the golden edition or ultimate edition or something, I don't give a hell what edition it is. So if you buy that edition, you're gonna get the base game and special missions with the Jabba the Hutt cunt, right? You're gonna get special missions from that. Now here's the thing. I am not gonna be paying $20-30 more just for a couple of missions, especially from Jabba the Hutt. It is fucking Jabba the Hutt. Unless you can like finger the dude in the game, I don't want it. You can keep the slimy fuck, okay? I don't give a shit. You can shove him right where the sun don't shine. So in the end, I just want to say that Ubisoft, you're going on a great, tremendous journey on making the worst games that no one would ever buy. And your company is going through a great loss because you just keep on making the same mistakes over and over again. So yeah, that was the video. This video was just about me ranting about how bad Ubisoft is. It is the truth. You can't say anything otherwise. Well, like, share, comment down below your thoughts about Ubisoft, and you gotta subscribe to my channel. Break your head on the subscribe button. And I guess I'll see you in the next one.